Hey guys, so welcome to my rehousing of my pumpkin patch tarantula. I'm actually doing a voiceover of it because I was talking and singing along and saying a bit of rubbish. So literally I just get my cocoa fibre. I've got like a big box of cocoa fibre, so I usually get like loads of bricks, put them in there obviously, and then I just it's much easier. Then I can go to it and do sort of various rehouses and stuff. I'm always needing cocoa fibre, so I've got one of these like I think they're like an exoterrafornariums, I think they're called. This one's like one of the smaller ones. So I put a little bit of cocoa fibre in there. It's not too deep. I found that she webbed quite a lot of it up in the previous enclosure, so I thought this time I didn't really see her burrow particularly deep, and she webbed a lot of it. So what I'm going to do here is give her quite a lot of different like anchor points and stuff. I've got her a bit of a water bowl as well. I do quite like giving mine water bowls as well because I do find that they tend to use them. Actually, I've got a few that use them more than others, but if I can get water bowls and stuff, then I will. So I put quite a bit in there, she's such a pretty tarantula as well, and she was actually very chilled during this rehouse as well. So I got loads of spare little bits and pieces as well, and I try and sort of like flatten it all down. Put that bit in there. Constantly wash my hands as well, like get the dirt off so that I'm not getting dirt all over me as well. And then what I do now is I just sort of put some water in, overfill the water bowl a tiny little bit, like not massively. So if she did want to get some sort of moist substrate, then she's got that as well. And then I think what I do now is I just put it to the side and I go and get her. I wasn't actually entirely sure like what mood she was going to be in. She's actually been all right, to be fair, for the most part. She's sort of one of my more chilled tarantulas as well. I decided to put this on here as well. I find actually if I put this down there, if I do get any sort of like bolties, what tends to happen, especially when they're sort of a little bit smaller, they'll actually sort of run off and go into sort of one of the corners. This was actually really interesting as well because when I opened her up, as you can see, she's such a beautiful tarantula. As I opened her up, she was just sat on the top. It was almost like she was waiting for me to rehouse her, which was nice. I don't always do this, but because she was here, I sort of had the catch cup ready, and she was a little bit startled at first. So I kind of thought, well, okay, well, she calmed down quite quickly, and then I was a little bit concerned that potentially she might sort of try and go up the paintbrush. I don't know if you've seen one of my other videos, but my C. lividus, who's probably like one of the most defensive tarantulas that I've got in my collection, notorious for being a bit of an angry tarantula. My pumpkin patch was okay. Just initially, at first, she wasn't particularly sure. And as you can see here, I just just slowly sort of try and sort of maneuver her into the new enclosure. And she was really chilled. So, yeah, it's nice when you get the tarantulas that are pretty chill and very easy to move. Then, it's nice and easy. And she's got loads of room here in the new one. She can sort of dig if she wants to. She can burrow and she'll probably web it all up. I mean, even with that water bowl in there, she's probably going to web it up. I still give my tarantulas water bowls and stuff. Mainly because, like I said, I've seen some of them drink from them. So, my OBTs have got them, but yeah, I don't know where they are. They're under the webbing now. So now I tend to just spray the webbing. And again, I will see them out and I will see them sort of drink from the webbing. So I do think it's quite important to at least give the option. I found an old molt in the enclosure with her that she had destroyed. I was trying to see if I could find to see if I could sort of sex it, but she totally destroyed it. To be fair, I think I could kind of vaguely make it out, but yeah, that the good thing is I know she's a female. She molted actually at the same time as my male. I bought two slings. He matured out, and she was the same size of him. Actually a little bit bigger, and I thought again, yeah, she's probably a female. And then on the next molt, she actually molted, and I was able to sex her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see actually what's quite cool as well. She, as soon as she walked in, she started to web it up. So I wouldn't be surprised if I come back to this in a few days' time, and she would have been a busy girl. But yeah, thanks for watching.